morning, everybody. Super Sue here. Today I want to talk to you about sugar. I got to nail down this point for y'all. I have a chart here in the office, and it kind of depicts where a lady should aim for sugar per day and where a man should aim for sugar per day. So let me show you my chart. 6.5 teaspoons a day for a woman, 9.5 teaspoons a day for a man. It's kind of hard to figure out what that looks like because it doesn't show up on a label. So here's the trick. You take the amount of sugar that's on your label and you divide it by 4, and that will give you the teaspoons of sugar in that particular product. So if you know that your budget, young lady, is 6.5 teaspoons and you don't want to go over that, it will kind of help you budget where you need to be. And to give you an idea, guys, 9.5 teaspoons is equal to 1 standard cup, a can of Coke. So you can see, I was at the store the other day and I saw these guys getting ready for the day, and they had tons and tons of ice and Coke and everything, and I was just thinking, oh my goodness, these guys are setting themselves up for the future in a bad way. So today I want to show you a couple of labels to kind of nail down this point. First of all, let's look at Tropicana orange juice, right? We all love this. I was brought up on it. The sugar in this little thing here is 12 ounces, 34 grams of sugar in this. Okay? So if we divide that by 4, what would that be? 4 into 34 is 8. Over 8 teaspoons of sugar. So the girls can't drink it. Uh-oh. And the guys can get that in, but if you do that, then there's not a lot of room for much more. So my purpose here is for you to understand that food has a value, and if you give it too much sugar, then we know what happens with too much sugar in the future. If you're bombarding your body with too much sugar all the time, you're going to end up having problems in the future with diabetes and all other kinds of things, right? Now, Tropicana must be hearing us and must be listening to somewhat. They came up with something called Tropicana 50. So if you're just dying for some orange juice, at least go for Tropicana 50. On the label, this has 15 grams of sugar. So they've cut it down in half, more than half, but if we divide 4 into that 15, that gives us nearly almost 4 teaspoons of sugar. So we can both, men and women, go ahead and drink that, but it just kind of gives us a budget. Now there's another product that came out that seems to be kind of exciting for people. I've tried it a couple times and it's okay, but it's called Vitatops. So I thought it would be interesting to look at this label. And I think this is what we want to do when we want to say, I still want to eat a muffin. So now this is like just eating the top off of it and you still get a chance to have a muffin. But here's the thing. This little muffin top has 11 grams of sugar in it. So if we divide that by 4, that's nearly 3 teaspoons, right? So, I'm doing this off the top of my head without a calculator. So it's okay. You could fit it in, but I would recommend that you need to have other things with this besides just the carb, right? I love this yogurt, and this yogurt is Faya and Chobani. The reason I love it is because it has a lot of protein in it. One of them has 15 grams of protein, one has 18 grams of protein. They both have approximately 7 grams of sugar. So 4 into 7, tiny, right? I weigh what's in the product to make sure that it's going to benefit me, and it has all the good bacteria in there, like some of the higher advertised yogurts do. So just to give you an example, think about Activia yogurt. Activia is really got a lot of commercials on TV. The sugar in this is 17 grams of sugar. So they're promoting it good for your tummy, but as far as I'm concerned, it's got too much sugar. 4 into that, that's at least a little bit over 4 teaspoons of sugar. Now it still could be fit in, and if you love it, I suppose it's okay, but I believe that the Greek yogurt is better, at least for me. Dayan Active is another one, Dayan Active, and it has 13 grams of sugar. So again, 4 into that, it's 3 teaspoons, so we're still in the neighborhood. I found this one here, Light and Fit, to be a good product. And it is a carb and sugar controlled Light and Fit Dannon, and it has 2 grams of sugar. So you can see that might be a better choice. Interesting thing, when you're dieting, you want to go for these lean cuisines, and they make the pictures pretty and they look yummy. And so in learning about the sugar, I thought it would be interesting because one of my clients wanted to eat these, so we looked at the labels together. This one, pretty typical, right? With the apples and the stuffing and the gravy over the turkey. The calories and the fat and everything is low. Salt's a little high, and the carbs are definitely high. But the sugar in this thing is 28 grams of sugar. So 4 goes into 28 7 times. So you can see a man could eat this, but they wouldn't be attracted to this like a woman would because it's portioned, so we feel better about doing it. But you can see how it sabotages you for all that sugar. Here's another one, sesame chicken. Sesame chicken has 14 grams of sugar, so that's still a wee bit high, especially when you're getting sugar in your dinner. That one drives me crazy. And then I looked at some of the oatmeals that the clients have asked me about. This one I feel is really yummy, but boy oh boy, when you look at the label, it's got 12 grams of sugar in it. So 4 into that, so there's 3 teaspoons. So you can see if my budget is 6.5 teaspoons or 9.5 teaspoons, they all work and they're all pretty close, but just how much sugar are you eating? So my challenge to you today is take the day, write down all the grams of sugar in the things that you're picking up, and do the math, divide it by 4, and see exactly how much sugar you're eating in your day. And let me know, will you? I want to see if I'm on the mark, if I'm surprised, if you're surprised. I'd love to hear what you had to say about it. Take care. Looking forward to hearing you. Take care. Bye-bye.